May 14th of 1804, Meriwether Lewis and William Clark left St. Louis, and they knew three things. They knew where St. Louis was, they knew where the Mandan tribes were wintering, which is near Bismarck, North Dakota, and they knew where the Columbia River emptied into the Pacific Ocean. I loved this idea that they didn't know what to expect. I read one biographer, and he was saying that it was the equivalent of going to the moon at the time. Kind of like that, I took that spirit on with this project. I knew two things, where I departed, which is Sioux City, Iowa, and Astoria, Oregon, where the Columbia empties into the Pacific. Everything in between, I'm just going to discover as I go. Every day I wake up, and if it's a day I feel like moving, I'll look at a map, I'll look at satellite maps, and I'll pick a destination, typically no more than 75 or 100 miles away, because I want the time. I want the time to be able to explore, to fully embrace what it is I'm witnessing and what I'm experiencing, to be able to tell better stories and to live it, to be more purposeful in the moment with that.
Hey guys, I'm Steve. I'm a traveling artist, and for the past 12 months I've been living full-time in my RV as I crisscross the country documenting my travels. This video is about my first week tracing the Lewis and Clark Trail. I started in Sioux City, Iowa, and eventually I will end up on the Oregon coast on the Pacific Ocean. Even though I've been living full-time in the RV for the past year, I entered this next phase of my life with a mixture of excitement and anxiety. Every trip I've taken was with a purpose and destination in mind, going to an art fair, going to work. This time, there's no agenda. It's wide open. I have no idea what to expect. You know, part of the way I'm doing this whole Lewis and Clark trail series is I am trying to just discover an experience day to day. Instead of having a structured plan, I'm literally waking up in the morning and figuring out where I want to go. I walked by this grove of trees earlier. I was cold and wind was just howling. I wasn't feeling inspired at all. And I started thinking about all the other things I could be doing. Eating, planning my next stop, where to camp, who I needed to contact, check my phone for social media. I drifted away from this location because I saw a safe photo. Not very original for me, but it was easy and it kept me out shooting. As I explored, along the riverbank, I was watching for the sun, and when I saw it finally break through the clouds and the light started to change, I turned and ran back to my little grove of trees. My intuition had guided me back there to whatever it was that had caught my eye earlier. Sometimes I have to talk myself out of making a potentially bad decision. In this case, because I stayed, I ended up finding a beautiful moment, and here it is. You guys, check out my new playlist. It's called Positive Focus. This is where I'll be posting all of my more in-depth videos about photography techniques and some visual philosophies. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and like my videos. Thanks, guys. Seriously slick.
All right, so you guys, I walked to the end of the park, both ends. I was thinking I might stay here for another day and not move on, but I kind of feel like I've got out of here what I wanted to get out of here. So that means I'm gonna go back to the RV, pull out the maps, and maybe pick another destination to get to tonight. I will come back to you guys in just a minute. As soon as I get a bunch of coals going, I'll bring the burgers out. Hang loose.
All right, let's hit the road.
I'm heading to a place about 85 miles upriver. It's a boondocking site, which is free camping. So I'm heading out to, I don't know, I might stay there a week. It just depends if I like it or not. But free camping is great because, well, you save money, but also it's just kind of casual. You know, there's just sort of enjoy yourself. Every chance I get, I use dump stations. And for those of you who don't RV or use recreational vehicles, that means my white tank, or I guess gray, that means my gray water and my black water tanks get emptied. Gray water, shower and sink, black water, well, that's the less desirable part of this. I guess you could say my day's about to get pretty. One time I was heading to a place to empty my tanks, and I had about a 20-minute drive, so I put a bunch of dish soap in the toilet thinking that would help clean it. You know, why not, right? Well, guess what? Dish soap bubbles. And I was about 5 minutes into my drive,
and I could smell, well, it smelled like an outhouse in here. I thought, what the heck is that? So I pulled over and went back and looked, and I literally had bubbles coming up out of the toilet. Not one of my brighter moments, but RVing is an adventure. I'm standing on a bluff over the Missouri in Cumberland, South Dakota, and I can't help but wonder if maybe members of the Corps of Discovery had climbed this bluff to look at their surroundings and get an idea of what they see. It is just truly remarkable to feel that history in this moment. Hey you guys, don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you can see all the upcoming videos.